everybody, welcome to today's live stream. Thank you for your patience. Let's dive right into what's happening with Bitcoin. I'm very happy with the current condition. So this is quite possibly the cleanest expansion and mean reversion cycle I've seen in a really long time. Just as far as the actual mean reversion pivot being respected, the compression range being respected on both sides, and how volume has been playing around the pivots. So let's talk about it. Okay, so our longest overexpanded period is roughly 500 right here. All right, so it defined the 1.25 standard deviation of that 500 period, and it defined the compression range based on the underlying volatility overhead, which is this green band here. So essentially, all you need to know is this. For the time being, I would encourage you to learn, but for the sakes of this video, these are the pivots we're talking about. If we enter the purple band, it implies we will stay inside the purple band until either we hit the purple mean, which is roughly the 500 period, or B, the 500 period on the 3 to 8 p.m. goes below 0.7, which would turn it green, right? So in other words, the volatility overhead leaves, the market is in a true state of potential energy, and then trend can resume. We have entered a bullish compressionary period as defined by the 1.25 standard deviation of that 500 period. So what's happening now? Initially, a few days ago, I said, hey, look at this clean rejection right here. That was a great short opportunity. Why? Because we were rejecting directly off of a very high profit ratio pivot, right? Because if we bounce here and we enter a short, we can stop out as soon as we enter the green band, or excuse me, the blue band, which is 1.5% to 1% downside. And then our upside is, well, the continuation of trend, which could be 15 to 30%. So I actually stopped out here, 0.75% in profit. Why? Because the slope probability of volatility is down, which means I constantly lowered my stop to reflect the mean reversion condition. So we entered the mean reversion condition. I exited my short in a very tiny amount of profit. And now we are still respecting the compression range, which we have defined from all the way over here, which is very clean to see. If we were to break up above this level, I would consider that even more bullish. So above 8,800, Bitcoin could really fly to the upside. Resistance currently is 10,650. We have been talking about the lower edge of this pivot here for quite some time, and I'm very excited to see that we have seen a bullish break from that value. Or pivot. Value implies static, whereas a pivot is dynamic, I think. So, what's next? How do we identify swing low? That's the question we want to answer, right? Because if we're in a bullish condition, you want to be able to catch the swing low of the condition. All right, there are several ways to define a swing low of the condition. 1. Lower edge of the compression range. Because we have activated the condition, even if we test the bottom of the compression range, it still implies bullish mean reversion. All right. And so if we have a bullish condition, catching swing lows are far superior, right? So here we had a bearish condition, so selling swing highs was the better option. But now that we have a bullish condition, we want to buy the swing lows. So what does that mean? Actually, that's pretty self-explanatory. How do we catch it is the better question. Well, just based on the 2-hour chart, lower edge of the compression range is 7,850. Beautiful. Next up, 15-minute chart. We want to look at the current upward expansion that's currently occurring, right? Because whenever you have a period of trend, it follows a period of compression, trend, and compression. And we can actually define the swing lows and swing highs of those compressionary ranges. So in this prior example, and let's do this manually, because why not? All right, so here, our longest overexpanded period was 125. So let's go ahead and take a look at that's the wrong indicator. Boop. All right, we're just gonna look at the 125 period here. And let's just uncheck some boxes. Looks good. Nice. So we entered this would have been your long opportunity here, where we bounce off the 1.25 standard deviation to the upside. Beautiful. And then you switch it to a short where? Here, when you activate the bearish mean reversion condition, which implies we need to go to this mean. Wow, that's really clean. So we went down to that mean. This trend ended. This compressionary period began. Right. What's next? We have our subsequent trend on, this time, the 200 period. So let's define the 200 period. Beautiful. So we are currently in a bearish mean reversion condition on the 15-minute chart, while in a bullish mean reversion condition on the 2-hour chart. So what does that mean? We entered here, which implied bearishness to here, or at the very lowest, this value here, 8,170. This range will hold until the 200 period wave PM, which is this purple line here, retraces below 0.7. So let's just figure out the slope. It took 13 hours to get this far. We're going to go sideways for at least, I don't know, another 13 hours. That's pretty safe to say. All right. When that compression is finished, price can either continue its trend upward or spike farther down to that bearish, or to that swing low 1.25 standard deviation CLCP pivot, which is just the green band on the 2-hour chart. So our supports are here and here, whereas our resistance is here. All right, pretty clean. What's next? Let's go back to 2-hour. All right, because there's still one more way we can identify long entries, and that is not something I can just give static values for. It's something you have to wait for, right? Actually, it's going to be the 50 period 3.25 standard deviation and the 50 period. Simple as that. So let's get those visible. Beautiful. Right. Which, astonishingly, at this current time, is still super far away. So while we have the bullish condition of mean reversion active here to the upside, the 1/10th period can be used to capture swing lows. So if you load up a 50 period 1.25 standard deviation band, if we were to dip down and then up like that, that there would be your long entry, okay? When you re-enter the 50 band from below, okay? Or tag the 3.2 standard deviation of the 50 band down on the downside. That would also be viable. All right, that's how you're gonna enter a long position on Bitcoin. Let me check the YouTube comments. Is there anything new? Nope. I'm just gonna leave this, blah, blah, blah. Never mind. That's it for you, TradingView. Goodbye. As for the rest of you on YouTube, I'm going to grab a glass of water because I am dehydrated. I'm back. Any new YouTube comments? Anyone want me to look at anything? All right, nothing there. Let's check Discord. Live stream questions. Link BTC. I would be happy to, brother. Hey. Can we quad CCI this on the 4-hour? We might be able to. Oh, shit. Yeah, you should long right now. Quad CCI is king. Not kidding. Let me just switch this to the 200 period and save the template because I'm tired of changing it. Save. Cool. Never mind. So quad CCI implies we are overexpanded. We are getting mean reversion on the 50 period. Quad CCI says long, but I think we're a little too overexpanded across the board to actually see trend continuation just this moment. Although, if you want to scalp this, sure. I mean, it's a pretty volatile range. You can probably get 5% off that. Just sell this lower low, so 1-to-1 profit ratio, not very good. Quad CCI says long for the first time in this trend. Parabola could continue. Yeah, you can go ahead and try it. Yeah, okay. You can just bet on trend continuation if you really wanted, because this is technically a long entry right here, right now, this very second. This is implied swing low. However, there can be multiple CCI rollups, and because this 50 band is so large, I would expect it to compress around price and see more of this action and then trend continuation. Right, because this is the first time we've dipped into the 50 band since trend continuation, so it's pretty risky. I hope that answers your questions. All right, my move will be finished on the 13th. I know it keeps getting pushed back. I'm just annoyed as you are. But I'll see you all soon. I love you. Ciao.